I've come to really love a great lamb chop, and when prepared well, they are just chef's kiss, right? And so I'm going to show you how I do mine. I start out by seasoning mine with soy sauce, and I have 4 chops here, and just making sure they all get covered well, and then going in next with some Kinder's prime steak sauce. And you may say seasoning, you may say, oh, steak? Oh yeah, but this flavor elevates the flavor of chops and meats, and it's just a prime steakhouse seasoning. And then follow it with some fresh lemon juice and making sure I'm squeezing it all over all of the meat. And of course, I'm going to toss it all afterwards just to make sure that every bit of the seasonings just get in. They get to marinate for 30 minutes. And let me show you how I prepare my searing sauce. So I'm going to start out with some butter, a couple of tablespoons of butter. Go in with my garlic sauce, some thyme, and then making sure that it's all, and I'm just stacking them because I'm going to mix them really well later. And then following with some Kinder's all-purpose seasoning, a tablespoon of that. And I don't measure, I just kind of pour because I know by eye. And a tablespoon of rosemary, and make sure you get enough of that because that's going to provide a distinctive flavor to your lamb chops as well. And then some chopped house butter seasoning, and it just provides just a little added kick of butter and flavor when we're doing the chops. And so mixing that all together, and once it's all mixed, the butter starts to kind of form a little bit, and you're going to put it in some aluminum foil, and we're going to just make a little tube. So and it's going to harden because we're going to stick it in the refrigerator, but it doesn't have to stay in there long. So while the chops are marinating, you can just have it in the refrigerator at the same time. And so roll it all up into a little, I call it a little aluminum foil tube, so that when it hardens, you can just kind of pinch it off of there. And then you should have enough for some more later, but you know, if you want to use it all, you can. But go ahead and put your oil in your pan, and I use a cast iron because I love how a cast iron gives a great sear to your meat. And so go ahead and take them after they've marinated, put them in your cast iron skillet, and let them sear and on both sides. And once they start searing, you're going to add in the butter that you just made. So it's a little bit hardened now, as you see, and drop it in between your chops, and it's going to provide that flavor on both sides in addition to what's been seasoned. And it won't over season at all. It's just going to make it just perfect, as well as it just makes the meat very tender. It's very juicy and very flavorful, and you're gonna really love it. And then once they are up and cooking, you're gonna make sure to flip them on that other side. Get them to your level of doneness. I like mine with a great sear, but you probably know that if you follow me already. But I like mine with a good char and a great sear on them. And once they're seared and once they're done, voila, you have your masterpiece. I've plated mine with mashed potatoes, some cherry tomatoes. I seared off a little lemon, and that's dinner. It's beautiful, and it was great. Makes for a perfect meal. Enjoy.